What's up, Ray? How are you?
I'm gorgeous. How are you?
Good, good. Can't complain. Kind of liking this time. Not gonna lie.
No, I'm honestly, this quarantine is the best thing that has happened.
Right?
I'm
For
loving it.
yeah, it's like I'm kind of a homebody, so it's like I don't really, you know, like people are freaking out they can't go outside. I'm like I'm good. Like as long as they make like little walks and runs and little errands, I'm like Gucci. I don't have to worry about anything.
I don't necessarily think I'm a homebody,
Uh
but
huh.
I just don't like people that much.
Yeah,
So
I agree
it
with you.
allowed me to like be away and not have to like
Yeah, it's less drama.
right?
It's
Yeah,
less drama with more people, the more drama. Like they say, more money, more problems. It's more friends, more problem. It really is
no,
because
yeah, absolutely.
I
I
keep my
totally
circle like small, like
I'm the
I
same
count on my
exact way.
hands. You know what I'm
No, yeah,
saying?
I'm the same exact way. You can't
Yeah.
trust many people.
Especially in this industry, man. It's a cutthroat industry.
It
But
is.
I want to bring it all the way back, even before the group.
Let's do
Like,
it.
what age did you know, like, that you wanted to be in this industry? Because when you're little, you want to be so many different things. But what age like define you're like, hey, I wanna get into this.
Honestly, I remember being really young.
Uh huh.
And at the time, I'm like born in South Central LA. I'm in the hood, and we had it was like on demand music, like the music choice,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
watched like T Pain videos and like Destiny Child or Chris Brown when he was fresh, and like that was just really inspiring to me. Or like just seeing these artists move my neighborhood or just move an entire community off of a song
yeah.
was was really cool to me. Um, so I definitely like when I was really young, really before 10,
Okay.
definitely I knew I wanted to be in this industry. I just wasn't completely sure I would be.
You- well, yeah. Then you get with the group, but the thing I really like about what you all did before you even had a first single out, y'all were like rehearsing nonstop at a
Yeah.
young age. Like y'all were young before you've even seen like television and had fans and
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
how was it at such a young age? Because that's a lot on a kid star. It's a lot to do and to handle. You don't fully
Yeah.
like grasp it. I feel.
No, it was overwhelming at times, honestly,
Yeah.
because for at least from my perspective, I joined this group with three other members.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what it's going to grow to be, but
Mm-hmm.
I see the vision. I see the
Yeah.
dream. I see what they're trying to mold us. We're doing all these workouts, all these rehearsals. We're recording music, and we're in Compton, California. Like we're literally rehearsing in a garage with like broken mirror, like literally, like
Yeah.
So like I see what they're trying to do, but I'm just like, what's going on? Like I'm not living with my mom anymore. I have this new person like mentoring me and like
Yeah.
keeping me disciplined and like trying to make me get along with these kids I don't at the time in the beginning like don't give a fuck about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just
Because you're
like,
still getting to know them and you're young, so
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not.
Bro, it was stressful, but overall it was worth it.
Yeah.
You know,
I
it
mean,
was worth it. I appreciate the experience, but during that time, like it was just, oh
I
my
could
god.
imagine because you're so young and you still want to have fun. Like, yeah, like you said, you've seen the end goal, but to be that like disciplined at a young age, but at a good thing, it's really good for you now because you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Like let's start first. Mindless behavior comes out officially. You
hmm
blow up. I mean, instantly. I remember
yes.
meeting you all at WGCI in Chicago back in. I gotta show you the photo. I'll send you the photo after.
That's the radio station, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was WGCI or B96. It was one of them, but it was like
Was
right
Coca
next door to
Cola
each
room?
other. There was a Coca-Cola room. Yep, there was one. Yep.
I remember.
That was a minute
That's
ago.
crazy.
Yeah, like I'll send you the photo after. It's classic. Like
That's fire.
it's a throwback. But you know, doing like you all did a lot in a short amount of time. Like
Yeah,
y'all dropped album after album. You did the movie. I mean, y'all were doing constant tours, constant meet and greets. And the meet and greets weren't no hour long. Those meet and greets were like
four
I felt
thousand
bad for
people,
y'all for sometimes because
six
I know the
thousand
fans
people.
you
Yeah,
appreciate it, but like y'all, it was like a safety hazard. I know because I remember on the news in Chicago they had to shut down the whole mall like because it
yeah.
got that out of hand.
Yeah.
And I know that's just one of the places. Like, just how was it? Because, you know, it's how can I say, it's rare today to have that anymore. You don't,
Yeah.
you know, it's just a different time.
Honestly, I appreciate that time
Yeah.
when we like blew up because I remember making Instagram when I was in the group. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like it was before social media, so it was really like there was like YouTube, but a lot of it was like word to mouth. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah,
the
because that's
fan
when
base,
social media was just beginning.
yeah. So the fan base was real, and they were like a core fan base at the time. It was crazy because I joined the group when I was 13, so I'm really young.
Yeah.
We blew up literally a year later. I'm 14 years old. So imagine like I said, this kid that comes from the hood. I have a little bit of like LA fame from like dancing and stuff like that. But now
Yeah.
like I'm coming back home and go to like Delamo Mall and they gotta shut it down.
They got it's
Or like
crazy.
going to a meet. I love roller coasters, so I'm going to like Six Flags and I'm like being escorted by security as soon as I get in. Or like they're shutting down Six Flags and like moving the whole line just for me to be in front. Like it was the craziest thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was hard though because I've heard so many stories about like artists becoming arrogant or
Mm-hmm.
cocky. So I
Yeah.
feel like my biggest battle during that time, even with so much attention, because it was hectic at that time,
Yeah.
like remain humble. And it was hard. It's
Oh, I
so
can
hard to be like
imagine.
14, 15, 16. We're making, probably by when I'm like 16, we're making like somewhere between like 20, 25 a show each.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not talking about 100K,
Yeah.
right? And everybody's like, yes, man. You know what I mean? And like,
And that's a blessing
anything
and a
is handed,
curse.
yeah, and anything is handed to you. Like, it was a lot. And like, all the girls want you. And all the girls' friends and all the girls' friends' moms. You know, like, it's so much going on. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a great time, but it was.
Yeah, I could imagine. Yeah, like I be watching like old YouTube videos of you all, and I'm just like, I felt bad because like at that point, that's when groups are formed, they have a big team around them. So like,
Yeah,
you're kind of they not saying they necessarily tell you what to do, but they kind of guide you and like, hey, okay, come on, we got to go. Like you can't stop for every fan, and I always
yeah,
felt bad for sometimes because you'd be like, yo, and then they're like, no, no, we got to go. Like like you each have a bodyguard who's all because it's chaos, it's
yeah.
pandemonium, literally. Like you can't like you said, you can't just
We're,
walk.
we're so we're, yeah we're so limited to things. I remember being in a group like we would start group messages between like me and another member just to like sneak out and like go to a store.
So,
And like, yeah, actually been to Chicago. I don't think it's the Hard Rock Hotel anymore, but we used to stay at the Hard Rock all the time.
okay.
And
Yeah, you're
and
right. It's a new name now, but it's the same building and all.
yeah,
Hmm.
and I remember right across the street was a Jimmy John's. I was obsessed with fucking Jimmy
Yeah,
John's. Obsessed with Jimmy John. And I remember we used to
I
sneak
know
out to.
exactly what you're talking about. The Jimmy
Yeah.
John's right before the viaduct.
Yep. Literally
Uh
right
huh.
there. We used to sneak out just to go get a sandwich.
And
And
just be
like,
watching.
yeah, just because we were like, we were literally robots. Like you said, we were doing meet and greets, 6,000 fans sometimes.
Yeah, it was like a concert, but
Yeah, it was
meeting
literally,
people.
yeah. And you got to think about it. We're waking up, doing interviews to do a meet and greet. After the meet and greet, we have some downtime to do a show that's also attached to a meet and greet. Like, so literally, like everything, we're literally machines. You know what I mean? With bodyguards and managers and assistants telling us, no, do this, do that. And we had um, we had a bit of freedom, but not much. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? We were very limited to what we could do, what we could say, how to interact with people. Yeah, it used to be. It was hard.
I was gonna say, what's the longest? Because like you said, your schedule was so friggin' tight. How like what's the longest you went with no sleeping? Because you didn't sleep a lot during that time.
Oh no, yeah, um,
Thank God you were young, so you said the energy you could pull
yeah.
through. You know.
I think the longest I've been without sleeping, I want to say maybe like 3 days straight.
Dang, really?
3 days straight, and I know Prodigy will remember this because we flew to Paris,
Uh huh.
which is from here like a 12-hour flight maybe.
Uh huh.
And so our flight's early, so we're up on the flight.
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
is for 12. Get there, we have interviews. I remember
Just
Project
straight
Guy,
lined up.
he fell asleep during the interview. It's actually on YouTube, which is funny. And after the interviews, we have a show that day that was set up. So like, this is all like one long day. I remember getting to the hotel thinking we're straight.
Yeah.
Couldn't stay in the hotel because it was like surrounded and fans snuck into the hotel. So now we're trying to find somewhere to stay. It was just like a lot. That
And you
big.
were saying Europe's a whole nother ball game with
It's
fans.
a whole nother, like their overseas fan base is like,
They don't care.
totally, yeah,
They don't. They really don't care. Like they'll go and they'll find you inside your hotel room. Like if they could. Like I feel
No,
like
yeah.
America isn't that bad.
No, yeah, it was crazy over there. I remember that day bleeds into the next. I think we take a flight or we take a few trains to get to London. We end up staying in the same hotel as Justin Bieber.
Oh,
Not
so
only
it's a
is it our
double
fans,
whammy.
it's his fans. Now we're there, and we got so much. Like, yeah, it was hectic. I remember that I was up for like at least 3 days straight.
That's crazy. But hey, I give you props because y'all killed it. Like y'all
Yeah,
did the thing. Like
thank
and
you.
being young and being signed to Interscope and being under who was it? Vince and
Yeah,
Troy.
the
I mean,
Vince and
two of the
yeah,
biggest management people like in the industry, well respected.
yeah.
You know, I know you left the group in 2015. Was it hard? Like, how was it when you left? Like, were you excited or were you kind of like nervous because you're so used to being in a group? I know a lot of different perspectives from artists say like, oh, you know, I kind of miss, you know, my members because you forget a word, you have them there, or you know.
Yeah. Honestly, I it's gonna sound fucked up, but I don't miss the group.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Like,
hey, it's a growing experience,
yeah,
and everyone changes.
it's just the truth. The only one I actually keep in touch with is Prodigy,
Okay.
and that's just the honest truth. When I left, I left because I was tired of being someone else's brand,
Yeah.
tired of being puppeteered, and I'm such a creative. I have so many ideas of my own
Mm-hmm.
that I needed to get out. So I was like excited when I left, but also during the time I left, I was dealing with a lot of like hardship.
Yeah.
And during that time, I was also suffering from depression.
Yeah. That's
So
real.
yeah, so during that time, it was a lot. Honestly, so I had a Jeep at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in a terrible accident. Like my
Oh
Jeep
dang.
got hit, my Jeep spun out of control and flipped over a parked car.
Oh
And
dang.
yeah, and literally like that, I had like an epiphany. Like if that was my moment, I would have been a pissed angel. Like I have so many ideas of my own that I never got to put into the world. I can't do this anymore. And literally, I think either the same day or that next morning, it's kind of blurred because the accident was like really bad. I think it was the same day though. A few hours later, I got everyone on a group call, and that's when I left the group. Like
Okay.
I couldn't do it
Yeah.
anymore.
It was that turning point where you were like, I want to do it for
Yeah,
myself. I want to do.
yeah, and honestly, like though I was like sad at the time, I was dealing with a lot. It was like also big weight off my shoulders.
I can
I didn't have,
imagine. Yep.
I didn't have to worry about bad management anymore. I didn't have to worry about three other members possibly ruining my career because what they do also reflect on me. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just like a big like relief at the same time.
That's dope. Yeah, and like so, you know, you leave the group. You like you said, you want to do you. You want to do you know, music, acting. Like, what were the first couple years like when you left? Like, what was your? Did you just want to chill for a little? Because I know that too. Like, you didn't. You really. It kind of like you said. It's a blessing because you did it so young. But in a way, you didn't really have a childhood at a point because
Yeah.
you know you couldn't do normal things like go to high school and go to prom and you know do the normal things
Yeah.
kids do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's everyone. But on the other hand, I mean, you've done stuff that people dream of as well. So you know,
Yeah.
like what were your first things you did after you know?
After I left the group, I wanted to reconnect with my family. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually moved in with my family for a bit, and I'm not big on social media. I don't care for social media. Like I get it. I get
Yeah,
it. Like I don't like the idea of just like indulging in other people's lives all day. You know?
yeah, constantly. Yeah, when
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people are
yeah.
IG live all day, it's like, what do you
Yeah, yeah.
do? Like,
Or it's just like, are your favorite artists like, for instance, like why stare at like Lil Durk get a bag when you could be getting a bag? You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it's kind of like that thing for me. But so I just like went on a hiatus. I like if you look at my Instagram, there's like 2016 I only post like twice, 2015 three times. Like you know what I mean? Like I
yeah.
really just stepped away from everything. I had a son. Like I
Was
really
that,
just I used that time to just like lay low, experience real life, and really build myself and focus on myself and figure out who I am.
yeah,
Okay, I get that I'm this brand. I'm Ray the brand, but who is Rayon?
exactly.
You
Yep.
know, so I really chose that time to like focus on myself. I did have freedom, so I did
Yeah.
indulge in like women much
Yeah.
more, and um,
Yeah, just living life. Just
drugs. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, hey,
yeah,
you have to
like that.
experience the good and the bad
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
out of the spotlight because it's normal. I mean, hey, you got to try
yeah.
everything once. I feel like you don't know until you got to experience life.
So it was like it was a lot of parties. I was in a
Yeah,
lot of parties, just kind of like having fun and just like showing up where I know I can. You know what I mean? Which was cool
yeah,
to like fresh out the group, even though like I didn't want to be in the spotlight or didn't want media following me. Like it was easy to get into any place I wanted to, or like
yeah.
get what I want, and like just like cool little shit like that. So I spent a lot of time with like friends and family, honestly.
That's good to hear though. Like you lived. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't automatically go to like making music or getting into acting because I feel like some people don't do that, and you need that break
Yeah.
just to
I didn't,
be
honestly,
normal.
I didn't start making music. 'Cause I was making music like while I was in the group before
Hmm.
I left. Then when I left, I didn't make music for a little bit, like here and there, but
Yeah,
I didn't really truly like hone in on it
yeah.
until the end of 2015. I remember it was December 2015, and I started on an all instrumental project
Okay.
called Gum, and I literally worked on that project for 4 years.
That's. I was gonna say I like the one. What is it? It's news, right? That
News, yes, that's
that's
actually the first track
yeah,
from the
news.
project.
I like that you just had instrument. Like that's dope because no one does that, and it's something refreshing and new. And I really like what you're doing with music because you're not just doing one genre. You're keeping it. You're
Yeah,
switching it up. Like you don't have to have one genre. You could do every. I feel like in today's world, it's not
yeah,
one
you can
thing.
be diverse and it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I think with that album, the instrumental album, which I do still plan to release,
Uh huh.
it was more so therapeutic. I made it when I was really depressed, and um, I was just, like I said, during that time I was going through a lot.
Yeah.
So like, those 4 years, that entire album is just like me pouring what I felt like I couldn't say
Uh huh.
into
Yeah.
that, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
And honestly, one of my favorite projects, and I didn't mind doing it, and I um, never felt bad doing it. Cause I felt like when I did finally drop music, they were going to expect me to be on some like R&B, Chris
Yeah.
Brown shit. And but I don't think that's what music is. Music is it should be present to you, what you're
Hmm.
feeling at the moment and how you felt when you were creating it. So yeah, I love to keep it diverse. Like I have that project. I'm working on my rap project right now.
Yeah.
Though it has every track has like a melancholy feel, they're pretty much different. If you listen to right now, it don't sound like Ice. If you
It
listen to
sounds
Ice,
different.
it don't sound like Jack
Jack,
Brothers.
I was gonna say, yep.
And it's because I'm telling these different stories, though it is one genre. I'm telling these different stories, and they're not meant to sound the same. They're not, you know what I mean? I want people to know that like I might walk away and just only score films one day,
Yeah.
or
Why not?
you know what I mean? Or I might do a rock album, like because I know how to compose music, or who like who knows, like, and I just don't want to limit myself to one sound my entire life.
Yeah, that's dope. And it's dope that you're like right now, like you said, you dropped the instrumental song and then you said you want to do the full project and now you're doing the rap project and you've been like consistently dropping singles. So
Yeah,
what's your process of making music? Do you you like a beat first? Do you like lyrics first? How do you go about?
I think first I come up with the story, what I want
Okay.
to talk about. I've
Okay.
been through so much. My life
Yeah.
has been constantly going since I
Yeah.
was really young. So I have these stories, and I'm very observant. So I can think of something I want to talk about, or a story, or a moment, and experience, and I know how to put depth in it and really look at it from every angle. So first, I come up with the story, the concept. Then from there, I usually like to go with the instrumentation, what I
Okay.
want the beat to sound like. Whether I'm going to build a beat from scratch,
Yeah.
or I'm going to connect with a certain producer, but I'm going to make sure he has this very specific sound for me. And then I go into writing. I usually like to write last because I
Okay.
feel like that's the icing on the cake. That's what bring people in. I feel
Yeah.
like the beat more so is what captures your attention. The
Yeah.
story,
100% with myself.
is
Yep.
how we connect. The lyrics is how we
Mm-hmm.
connect, how we relate. So that's usually the process. And when I record, I don't have a lot of people. I like it low key,
Nothing
unless I'm
wrong with that. Nothing
dealing with
wrong
a
with
lot of
that.
like, yeah, unless I'm dealing with like a lot of like instruments. But besides that, like, I keep it low key. Like right now, I'm like at my boy's in-house studio where I record pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Like I like my privacy. Like
Yeah, and it's hard to
we
come
keep
by
really
because
personal like that.
yeah. And I was saying like I know you have Howard High out as well that dropped. How like did you want to get into acting too, or was that kind of like something you had to think about to, because it's a different ball game. It's a whole different world. People think
Totally
it's like
different.
one and the same, but it's really not. Like
No, yeah, it's totally different. I've always wanted to get into acting.
okay,
Honestly, and not in an arrogant way, but I think I'm an amazing actor. Like, I love to become other characters. I love to become other people, and really just like indulge in that and just like transform and mold into
yeah,
these different characters. So I knew I always wanted to get into acting. And so when the opportunity came, when Chris Stokes presented the opportunity, it was a no brainer.
yeah,
Yeah. Plus, he talked to me about it in advance.
okay,
Um, so I already knew that was going to come eventually. So once it actually came, I was just like, hell yeah, like, let's fucking do this.
yeah, yeah. And that's also what I want to talk about too. Like you're a dad now, so how is it? Like it puts so many things into perspective for you now because like when you're in the group, it's you're thinking about yourself more, because you're young, you're just kind of tunnel vision. Where now you're like, yo, I have, you know, my son to take care of, and it's
Yeah.
just it's a different world. I feel like how is it, and like does he understand it fully yet? Of yo, daddy's like he's not
Um,
just dad. He's
he
a
understood it
singer,
a
an
bit.
artist.
He understood it a bit. He turns 3 on the 12th of
Oh,
this,
okay.
and probably like I gave it like 3 months ago.
Uh-huh.
I actually learned about mindless behavior,
Did it?
and it's funny because besides I want to say hello and Christmas with my girl, I've never seen another mindless behavior video. I've never like really focused on things like that because like I was doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You were sick of it. You did it so much. You were
yeah, like I've done this. So those two I haven't seen like the videos. I would literally wake up every day to my son like, turn on you. That's what he was saying, like, turn on you. So literally for like a month or a bit over a month, that's all I heard was just like constant mindless behavior, mindless behavior. Look, daddy, it's you. Look, no, daddy, that one, this one. And then like of course, like we had like Jacob Lattimore around us.
Yup.
And so like now he's like listening to old Jacob Lattimore.
And
Like,
people tend to forget that. Like Jacob
yeah,
Lattimore had a music career before his acting. Like
yeah.
people tend. It's so funny you say that because yeah, people don't remember that. Yep.
No, yeah. And my son is like obsessed with like Jacob Lattimore and like old Zendaya, and
Oh
it's really funny. So he get it a bit, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, but like he still, when we're in public and I get noticed, he's still like that kind of that mindset because he doesn't fully understand it yet.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's just awesome to hear like stories because like it's so different. Like I always wonder about how your children act because they don't really they know like you said they know and they don't know. So it's good to
Yeah.
hear.
He
And
he watched. He actually watched. I watched Howard High with him and my
uh-huh.
family, and there's a big moment that happened to me, and he was just like, "Dad, are you okay?" I'm like, I'm right here, like,
Yeah.
like I'm straight. But yeah, like he's like, I don't know, he's still trying to comprehend me being on TV and then me being present. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say though too, like your character, was it like a lot to transform into that character, or was it easy for you just to, kind of go with it?
It was pretty easy because I'm not a shy person
Yeah.
at all, and the character's kind of pretty much me. He's very outgoing. He's goofy. Like though he's doing his shit, he's very like heartfelt and he's
Hmm.
very personal, and that's how I am with everybody that's around me. So it's pretty easy to transition into my character. Um, Also, it's pretty cool too because I got to style my own character. So
Oh,
like
that's dope.
the clothes I'm wearing, like I got to pull myself. I actually styled me, Deontay who played Little Q, and then Mila J's character as well. So it was like, and I helped with a bit of choreography. So it was like I was pretty much involved all around, and so like kind of connecting to my character was like it was easy.
Yeah, and that's
You know?
dope. You got to do different things, not just you were there to do a couple shots and that's it. Like you were actually involved, and you
Yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah. I was like really involved. Like if the choreographer wasn't there, it was like, all right, Ray, pick up the slack. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Okay, he's doing this over here. Work with Marcus really quick because he needs this step before we film it. So it was like pretty cool, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, playing LeBron was like great. I can't wait to shoot some more.
yeah. I was gonna say, hopefully we could get shooting soon after all this chaos
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. I literally can't wait to shoot again because that honestly I really enjoyed doing Howard High. That was
it's
like
dope.
it was
It's
so
good
fun.
to know because it's out of your comfort zone really because you're so everyone's so used to seeing you doing music, so it's
Yeah,
dope you enjoyed it. Because I've heard some artists, they're like, it was cool, but I like my music, so it's
my
good to
music.
hear
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
enjoyed it. Yeah,
No, I just love film in general.
yeah,
Um,
I
I
could
think
imagine.
yeah, I honestly think the end goal for me, like, because like we can't tour forever. You know what I mean? Like,
You really can.
and
Yeah,
I want to be like a Phil Collins. Like, eventually, like, I just want to step away and just like score film for the rest of my life and just like help direct. And like, I really want to indulge into films eventually. I
yeah,
love thinking about it. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Like that's cool as hell. Like, hey, why not? Like you said, you can't tour, and the thing is, people are like, well, you could tour forever. I'm like, yeah, you could tour forever, but if you're a dancing act, or if you were,
yeah,
you can't be doing it at 80 years old. Like that's like Tony Bennett, and he stands there because he's 90 something years old. I mean, I
yeah.
respect him; he's still a great singer, but he can't do what he did.
Can't do the moves anymore.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
can't.
I think that's why. Another reason, not only because I feel like rap was the genre that really helped me express what I have
Yeah,
to say, but I think it was cool that I went towards rap because like I don't have to dance. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, and when I do dance, like I want to be able to like help with choreography or like choreograph, video. You know what I mean? Like I
uh
don't
huh,
necessarily want dance to be like my show front. Like when you see Rayan, he's going to bust a move. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like, but like that's like the old me and like. Because people ask me all the time, are you dancing still?
yeah,
Yes. You
yes.
guys just don't see it. Like I'm not sure if you've seen like Mita J's what's the name of the song? I know it has like the song from Baby Boy, it's a sample. I think it's called Kicking Back. Mita
Okay,
J's
yeah,
Kicking
because
Back.
I know she's dropped a lot of material over the
Yeah.
past couple
Like
years.
people don't know like I did the choreography for that video. And like so like I'm still
You were
dancing.
behind the scenes. You were just
Yeah, I just be like low key with it, and like I said, I'm not big on social media, so I don't broadcast everything I do.
yeah, and it's not necessary. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
but I know how some people are. Like, some people literally social media is their life. I mean, I get it. It's a certain degree. It's like, yo, keep something for yourself. It don't.
yeah.
As long as your name's hit, you still got that check, and you're still,
Exactly.
doing what you love. Everyone doesn't have to know just because you're in
No,
the spotlight.
I think people mistaken their followers for like dollar signs, and they're not.
Oh, 100%.
And they're not. Like
Yeah. Like,
literally, I remember I had this moment. I was like laying in bed. I was like on my Instagram, and I forget something was posted about. I got like 2,000 followers, and like within like an hour or something. But I just had this moment. I was just like, if you don't, if your money, if your bag isn't as equivalent to your following or more, you're doing something wrong.
yeah, 100%.
you're literally doing something completely wrong. And like that was a moment for me where I was just like, it's time to hustle. Like
Yeah.
it's time to get these things done. And that's when I really started pushing out music. Yeah.
And it's dope to hear too, because I see so many people, you know, like they buy the followers, then you look at their likes and their likes don't add up. It's like, yo, you have 4 likes, but you have 15, 30,000 followers, 100,000, but you have, like, don't you understand that doesn't make, like, people are just stupid. And like you said, they really think because they
Yeah.
have just a number of followers, that means like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm going to get endorsements or some, or, you know, some,
I feel like they're also mistaken followers for like talent.
yeah, like,
People think like some people think they're so talented because they're following, but it's like you've done something that was catchy.
yeah,
You got the following. Now they expect you to keep it up, and then now either you can't maintain to, or you know what I mean. But then they in their head they're just like, I'm this big shot, and like, but it's like you're not. You know
you're
what
not.
I mean?
Yeah.
So
More
yeah,
than half people aren't that, I feel.
I think social media can be very misleading and very toxic. Like I don't even read comments unless like I see my friends, you know, comment
I don't
it.
blame you.
But like, yeah, I just don't indulge into social media that much. I feel like it's all like one big gimmick. Like you remember the band Kit? Like I love Kiss, like,
Yeah.
but like they had like so much merchandise and
A
you know
whole
what I mean. They're,
brand. Yeah.
they're king of you know these painted faces and then it wasn't until people got to really know them beyond the makeup and
Beyond.
beyond
Yeah.
sticking out their tongue that people are like, whoa, they actually have lives and like, wow, they actually some of them are really rock stars. Like nothing about them is different. But you know what I mean? Like when you looked at the backstory, it was like, wow,
Yeah.
they're human beings. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I feel like social media is like Kiss in a way because like I see like these social media girls and like they're cute or some think they're cute, and then you meet them in person and they're like boring as fuck,
Dry. Yeah. They have no
dry. You know what
personality.
I
It's
mean? Like
literally an act for social media. Or you see people, or you see a lot of girls don't even put a video up. It's all photos, so you don't know
yeah,
the
photos.
personality. And then they're gorgeous, but you meet them, and you're like, you have no
Like
depth. you,
yeah, like there's nothing to you at all. Like yeah, it's crazy because I've met so many people like that, and yeah, that.
and
But
I
like
can
you said,
imagine out in LA too, like,
oh, absolutely, absolutely. But
because
like
I
I said
moved out
earlier,
there
keeping
last
your
year.
circle small is really important because yeah, this industry is it's easy to make friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like everybody wants to be your friend, especially when you have a name, you have a check behind your name and things like that. But it's like the industry is just like it's like regular friends. Like they're gonna be messy.
Yeah.
They're gonna want to use you for something. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not into all that. Like,
And that's why you
but
said you keep your circle small and don't need, like you said, you don't like people. I don't either. It's not
yeah,
it's not that I don't like, it's just like I want to keep everyone from a distance. Like if
yeah,
you're, I don't have no, you know, hate, no, nothing against you. I just want
yeah. This is
to,
just how I maneuver,
yeah, it's just easier.
and I've always been that way. Even when I was in the group, I had I remember after leaving Interscope with Vincent Herbert,
Hmm.
we went over to Sony,
Yeah.
and Sony was great, but who we were under at Sony, I didn't really have the best relationship with. And I remember there was a point where I was the only one in the group that wasn't signed to Sony. I was the only one out of my contract
Oh,
because
okay.
I didn't like the idea of like playing politics and trying to be nice to somebody I didn't fuck with. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and so yeah, I just can't do that with people. I can't.
Yeah. I don't blame it. Yeah, I want to ask you too, like, what's one lesson you learned, because you were in it so young and you necessarily didn't know everything and you experienced a lot. Like, what's one thing you wish you would have knew going into the industry? Because for everyone, it's different.
Um, I wish I knew the business side of things more.
Okay.
I feel like being in the group, we were just taken advantage of,
Yeah.
and so I just wish I was more educated and not so naive.
Hmm.
Um, but I think the one thing I learned that was really like that I still use to this day is like personality takes you further than talent any day.
100%. Yep.
I don't care how talented you are, what gift you have. what your personality, what you have to present when it comes to character is who you are, what make you who you are. And that's how you build healthy relationships in the industry. The people
100%.
that are most successful, they they don't have to necessarily have a great attitude, but they have a personality that is welcoming and they're
Mm-hmm.
friendly. Look at Jay-Z, or like my favorite Diddy. Diddy's a great
Such a
example.
welcoming person.
He has a talent to he sees talent.
Yep.
And even when he was rapping, he has talent.
Mm-hmm.
But his personality is what really built him in this industry for him to become from
Who
Puff
he
Daddy
is.
to Diddy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was that transition. And people, no matter who you are, you have respect for him.
Yeah. And his longevity, it keeps going because he's a good like, you don't see
Yeah.
nothing. Like, I'm not saying, yeah, you have to be, a boss when you have to be, because, I mean, hey,
Yeah.
you're a mogul. But like you were saying, how he treats people, I've noticed that. I even met him once, and his bodyguard was like, "No photo," and he was like, "Nah, you're cool. Like, come here, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I got you." And the bodyguard looked at him like, I was like, "Yo, did he see? That's why, you the OG. Like,
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you
It's
know."
funny. I met him one time when I was in a group, and I remember he was on a drop for us, and he's like, "Yo, these are my boys," and he called us mindful behavior, right? And I remember our manager's like correcting him, and he did just like, he took the correction, and he wasn't just like, "All right, let's do it again." He was like, "Yo, man, like, my bad. I really apologize." He really apologized, and he felt bad for it, and then he got back to it, and like, I respect that because, like, for me at the time, I'm young and I'm just like, this is Diddy.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean? And he felt okay to go, my bad for disrespecting the
exactly. He
name.
was showing respect to you by, because
Exactly.
he didn't have to do that. He could have just automatically just said it right away
No,
and not even
I'm
said anything
15
to you
years
all and go
old.
on.
Like, I'm 15 years old. Like, you don't have to do shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I've always respected that. But yeah, so I think that's the one thing I learned that's really important. Personality takes you further
Yeah,
than time.
that's dope. Yeah, and you toured so much, like you said. I want to ask you though, like personally, how was it opening for Janet? Like, y'all. I remember. I think it was like in Chicago. You did like 3 shows at Chicago Theater. I remember, and it
Yes.
was like each
Uh,
day sold out. Like, how was it?
Crazy.
Yeah,
Honestly, one of my favorite tours.
I
One
could
of my
imagine.
just all like every night being in the presence of Janet Jackson just like is mind blowing, and
Yeah.
it's crazy too going into that tour. I mean, it was my birthday. We went to some um, restaurant that was attached to this Hollywood hotel, and we were sitting there. And Kenneth, he's like, "Yo, Jen is doing this up close and personal tour. She doesn't want anyone opening up but you guys. She personally requested you guys." And I get this information on my birthday, and I'm just like, what the
What?
fuck? You know what I mean? Like, this is
Yeah.
Janet Jackson, you know what I mean? And I was a huge fan of Michael growing up, so, like, this is a really big deal. And so we're doing the tour. The tour's going great. Our last show, we finally got to meet Janet.
Uh huh.
Like, we always seen her. She would wave,
And
but we
see, people
finally
don't
got to.
get that too. People think just because you're on tour with them, you see them like you chill with. It's like, no, it's not.
Nah, yeah.
It's not how it works.
She's like super distant the whole tour, but the last show she watched from the side.
Oh dang, really?
Yeah,
So
and
you could see
so
her literally as you're
I'm
performing.
dancing and like I'm like looking at her and she's like feeling it and like it was crazy. And I remember after the show, we go to her dressing room and then we go out to take pictures. And I remember she pulled me to the side and she's like, "I haven't seen anyone dance like Michael until I seen you dance." And I'm looking around. She's like, "No, you," and I'm just like, yeah, it was crazy. And then she like gifted us with like the new iPods, and like it was like the craziest experience. Like Janet, it was crazy.
Yeah, and, you know, I had to argue with a lot of people about that because I remember bringing you up to like a couple friends, and everyone's like, "Oh, who are they?" And before like you really, and when I said like, "Oh, they're open up," they're like, "No, I'm sorry, they didn't even know." They found out on their own. They bought.
Mhm.
They're like, "Yo, that band you were talking about, they're open." I'm like, "I told you." I'm like, "Don't underestimate them." I'm
They're
like,
the
"I'm telling
shit.
you, these guys got it. You just got to give. You gotta watch. So many people judge so quick, and it was
Yeah.
so funny that I proved my point because they seen it on their own. They're like, yo, that band, they're like, they must be good. I'm like, see, I'm like, I wouldn't just say that for no reason. I'm like, yo, these kids got talent. I'm like, just watch. I'm like, just
Thank you.
yeah, just give it time. And I'm so happy that he's open for her because I think it even expanded, you know, your fan range and just
Oh
people to
yeah.
respect you on a whole nother level.
Yeah, yeah. I think opening for Janet definitely put us the group on a different pedestal
Yeah.
that we didn't expect. You know, for us,
Mm-hmm.
it was like an honor to open up for Janet, but then to like the bigger people, the execs, or just certain artists that were older than us and that have been in the game longer, we just got this newfound respect to where
Yeah.
we,
And you got the older audience to see you because you have mostly teen girls, you know, you
yeah,
that's obvious, but to see other people watching you, because mostly if you had your own tour, it's mostly, you know, teen girls. That's
yeah, yeah,
how it
teen
is.
girl, yeah, yeah, and so yeah, it was definitely like, yeah, it just opened up a new door for us.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like we were still like the young group, but it was like they're not just young and cute no more. They're talented and they
Yeah.
know what they're doing and they're professional. So yeah, it definitely put us in a different ballpark.
Yeah. What do you think, because like you were saying, in the beginning of your career, you know, social media was still being introduced. You know, Instagram still had the, what was it, 15-second video, or you
Yeah,
couldn't, you know, you couldn't do a full, we couldn't do this right now. This
yeah,
wasn't even
yeah.
around, you know. Do you think it would have been better or worse, do you think? Like, if it full, because I feel like back in the day, like you think of like Backstreet Boys, Boys to Men, NSYNC, Britney Spears. I can't imagine a social media like the stuff you would know, like you were saying with Kiss. You didn't know people's inner, you know, you didn't know
Yeah,
who they were. You just thought of them as, you know, Kiss. You
yeah,
never knew as, you know, as Gene Simmons. What does he do in his personal time? You
exactly.
know, now everyone knows about everyone because of social media. Like, do you think it would be a blessing or a curse, do you think, if it was in full force for Mindless?
Oh, I want to say blessing because it would have definitely allowed us to present more to the
Yeah.
world in a quicker way. Cursed because we were wild.
Yeah.
It's the truth. Like I feel like if there was Instagram back then, we would have been on every tabloid you can think of. Every time, like okay, a lot of people don't know this, but when I was in the group, and this just goes to show you, when I was in the group, me and Little Twist were very close.
Yeah.
During that time, he's very close with Bieber.
Yeah.
So me being around, I get close to Bieber. So
Mm-hmm.
people don't know, but like I'm there when like TMZ is going crazy on him and like he's throwing the eggs and but I'm there, but I'm so low key. But I feel
Yeah.
like with Instagram being, I feel like it would have been everywhere, and it would have just been like everyone would have been whipping out their phone to catch it on their story and
Yeah.
things like that. So so I feel like it was a blessing, but like it would have definitely been a curse during that time for sure. Like, because there was like so many things going on that the world don't know or that like I haven't even shared with yet that I
Yeah.
was involved in. But it's like it couldn't even be captured at the time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there was no platform to go, hey, look at there was no shade room.
Yeah.
There was no
There was no
you know,
shit. There's no
yeah,
Hollywood Unlocked. There was no.
it was none
Yep.
of that. You know what I mean? It was really like
Like you
take a
said, you had
picture.
TMZ, and that was if they're on the scene with you.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it wasn't like in
And
your.
if they were on the scene, like I would like either stay in the house or
Yeah.
like
You knew what to do.
yeah. I remember actually being at Beaver House and like we're chilling, we're having fun or whatever, and like this TMZ helicopter comes out of nowhere, and I just remember like going in the house, and then the same exact day later on their episode, they're like shooting like at Beaver House this and we're in the house laughing, and I'm like, little do they know like I'm to them I'm not here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
just like I'm watching it here, that I'm watching it there. Like it was a lot of that going on, and yeah, good
That's
things. So yeah, everything happens for a reason.
exactly. I would say like you kind of came out at a perfect time because it was still getting introduced where it wasn't as many features as today. Like it was just a
Yeah.
couple photos back in that day.
And
So
now I feel like people dig. Like I feel like back then, like you said, you had to be on the scene. Everything was on foot. We had to
yeah,
go to the airport to catch you. And now it's like one person can post it, now the whole world have it. And now everyone can manipulate it in their own way and
and edit it and
edit it and manage it their own way.
produce it
So
the
yeah,
different ways. Yep.
it was a different time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I miss them days in a way. I'm not gonna lie because
Oh
it was
yeah.
more personal. You had your personal life more to yourself. Not saying all the time, but I feel you could
Yeah.
control your narrative compared to today if
Yeah.
you're out there.
I think even when Instagram was new, it was still like that for a bit. I remember like you would post a picture and it wasn't more so about the picture, it was about the caption.
Yeah, it was always about the caption.
Now, like you don't even read captions.
No, some people don't
You
even
look
have
at the
captions
picture,
in their bio. Nothing. Like
yeah. You
it's just
literally
a
just double
photo.
tap and keep going, double tap, keep going. Like, but back then it was like, oh, what did they got to say? Like, what's the point of this picture? Why was this picture taken?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like that is
Because I
just
felt like it was off Twitter. Like, because Twitter was always what the
yeah,
caption was, and that's how Instagram kind of brought it as the
brought it
new
in.
platform.
Like
Yeah.
Instagram's amazing. Instagram's amazing at seeing what's hot and adding it
Yep.
all the time, from stories to the live chats.
Yep.
Then Snapchat did the filters. They did the filters. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Instagram is on it.
Yeah. Instagram is on it, but like I said, it's dope. Like you say, like you show your work, you show what you want to do, and you're not on it. I respect a lot of artists like that because it's just sometimes I see artists and I'm like, you're still posting, like you
Yeah.
post it all day, like what? Like how many times you gonna go live? Like
Yeah.
invite the people over,
Yeah.
like for real. Like I don't
It's yeah. I feel you. I
like
literally
I
feel you.
just or like you said, people literally they're not even saying anything. They just have it on them and just like eating, and they're not
Yeah.
even paying. I'm like, what?
What are you
Go on
doing?
Big Brother. Go on, like do something. Like I don't.
Yeah. Be interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do something. Like yo, perform. Talk to the fans if you are, not just oh hey, I'm about to have my day and you're all gonna spend it with me, and I'm just gonna do what I do, and you could all
Yeah.
watch and screen record and screenshot. It's just like what
Yeah.
I can't comprehend it. I guess I don't. I just
No, I totally agree.
yeah.
I
But
don't
no,
get it.
I want to final two questions. I want to wrap up. I want to take all your time up. But you know, big thing today, the reunion tours. Would you even ever, want to do? Because you don't have to. I mean, hey, it's everyone's to their own. But money and business wise, would you be open to it if the right opportunity came along? And like you said, you are really involved in what the deal was. Because now you
Yeah.
could all really, you know, be involved. I
Manage
feel than
yourself.
than before.
Uh, yeah. If financially it made sense,
Yeah,
I would be open to doing it. Um, do I necessarily care to?
yeah,
No, just
no,
because I'm so focused on Rayan and I have
yeah.
so much material. You know what I mean? I have so much I'm working on. Um, so do
I'm
I
happy
necessarily
you
care?
used your real name too. I'm happy
Yeah,
you didn't. That's dope. You used
yeah.
Rayon. Like I
Well,
like
I got
that.
so tired of hearing Ray Ray.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's like one of my biggest pet peeves. Like now, I just tell people like, if you're gonna call me, just say Ray.
yeah.
Like
Just say
the
Ray.
whole
Don't.
Ray Ray thing is so. I can't. I literally can't. But yeah, so because I have so much going on right now,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily care to.
Mhm.
Um, but if the opportunity presented itself and it was a healthy situation,
Mhm.
I would, only for the fans, only for the supporters, because I know that they want that, and I
They,
know that they would appreciate that a lot.
yeah.
So that's the only reason I would do it.
Okay. That I respect you for that. That makes complete sense. And hey, you're doing your thing, and that's what I want to close up with. Rayon, you're going full hard with the music. You're doing the acting. Do you want to tour on your own? Like when this all over, do you want what do you want to drop first? Like you want to keep releasing singles, EP, a full LP? What's your vision?
Honestly, I literally just texted my manager yesterday, and I'm like, I want to get this EP done.
Okay.
Um, I know EP usually consists like max, I want to say 6 songs.
Yeah,
Ideally,
usually, yeah. So,
I have more
give
than
and take.
6. I have
Okay.
more than 6. So I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, so then do I just do an album? Because I have so many records that I'm in love with right now.
Yeah.
So I'm debating if I just want to do 6 records or do about like maybe like 11,
Okay.
ideally. Um, so I'm finishing that up right now.
Okay.
I might drop maybe one more single
Okay.
before dropping the entire project,
Hmm.
because I've dropped 3 singles so far that I really liked, and they've been getting pretty good response.
Yeah, they're all dope, like you said, in their own different
Yeah,
way. Like it's not the same exact thing. Like they're
thank you.
all, yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna probably drop one more single and then drop the entire project.
Okay.
And while I'm working on more rap records, I've been thinking in the mix of that I'm gonna release my entire instrumental album.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, so it'll keep. It's super
Yeah,
dope.
just keep the music going, and yeah. So that's kind of like the plan right now.
That's dope. Well, no, bro, I want to wish you all the best of luck. Like, I can't wait to hear the full body of work. Like, keep dropping them singles. You're doing it. Like, I see you. Like, and like I said, I respect you for not posting, because it always it kind of gets fans excited more when you don't post a lot.
Yeah,
When you post
and no,
every day, it's like,
I respect, like I really enjoyed the time when it was about mystique.
yeah, it's
Artists
not
have,
that anymore.
yeah, like Prince would go to his own city, and it's like you saw him get off the plane, and that was it, unless he touched the stage. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
And
And
that's it. Yeah,
it made being a supporter so much great because you weren't so accessible.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And
hundred
so
percent.
yeah, and I think that's what I want. Like when it comes to my career, not necessarily the idea of being not too accessible, but just having that style to where I don't have to be in your face all the time.
Yeah,
But when I drop, you're going to appreciate it. You're going to let it's very Kendrick Lamar. It's very Frank Ocean. I feel like they're masters at it right now, and
yeah.
that's how I would like to be.
Especially Frank.
No, Frank.
Man,
Yeah,
you don't know.
honestly, Frank is like he's like the fucking Olympics.
Yeah,
He literally comes around every few years, and that's it. Like, and I love that though. I
yeah.
love
Like you said, the Mystique. I missed that from because that's the nostalgia too of artists back in before the 2000s really hit. The
it. Yeah,
90s, and you didn't hear about even
yeah.
before 2010. I feel you
Oh
didn't
yes, definitely.
you didn't know. Like you just knew if they were in an award show, their album dropped, them doing press, and then that was it. The rest was,
That was it.
hey,
Yeah,
we'll see them on their next album or their tour. That's it. Like it
exactly.
was. I missed that because it's
And
just
I love that. I love that style of artistry, and that's what I want to connect with because, like I said, I'm not big on social media anyway.
yeah,
I feel like it's pretty easy for me, like to just
yeah,
step away and just become distant.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I'm going for.
That's dope. Yeah. But Ray, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Stay safe, stay healthy. Can't wait for the music. Can't wait for more acting as well. But yeah, bro, I appreciate it, and have a great rest of your week, bro.
You as well. Stay safe. Stay
Okay, stay
healthy.
safe. Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Peace.